Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time you're watching this. My name is Courage, and I bring to you the most terrifying unsolved murders in Nigeria history. Today's story is about the Soka forest, the house where people were kept to die. Now, this place is not just a story, it's a nightmare that Nigeria lived through in real time. Until today, nobody really knows who owned the place, and nobody was truly brought to justice for it. Let's get to the story. Ibadan, a city that never really sleeps. But in 2014, Ibadan woke up to a nightmare because for years, people disappeared. Not one, not two. A man enters a bus, is never seen again. A child is coming back from school, gone. A trader closing his shop, vanished. No bodies, no ransom call, no explanation. Until one afternoon, March 22, 2014, a man stumbled out of the bush near Soka, barefoot, weak, bleeding. He could barely speak. He kept on repeating one sentence. They are killing people inside the bush. They are cutting them. At first, it sounded insane. But then people followed him through the bush and arrived at an old building that nobody really paid attention to because it had sat there for years. But when they forced the door open, they did not find kidnappers. They found something worse. Inside the house were human beings. They were tied, starved, and rotten. Some were chained to the floors. Some hands and legs had been cut off, and they were too weak to cry or even scream. They were just waiting for death. The smell alone made people vomit. This was not a kidnapping den. This was a slaughterhouse for humans. The crowd then went deeper into the forest, where they found shallow graves, human skulls, bones, fresh blood stains, cooking pots, and body parts. Then the truth started coming out. These people were kidnapped from roads, bus stops, and marketplaces, and they were then taken into the forest and kept alive until they were needed for either ritual or human sacrifices. This story made Ibadan explode. Angry mobs burned down buildings. People cried openly in the streets. Family rushed to the scene in a hope to recognize missing loved ones. Some did, but most couldn't because what was left was not human anymore. Later, the police came. Arrests were made, some stories were told. But here's the terrifying part that still disturbs Ibadan till today. Nobody really knows who owned the place and how long it has been happening. Plus, who was powerful enough to run a slaughterhouse in plain sight without being exposed? And somehow the story faded.